Endurance is one of the most valuable skills in Escape from Tarkov. In general, this skill controls how far you can run while underweight, but also it increases your total amount of stamina, allowing other actions to be performed more often, like aiming, jumping, or throwing. This video will be our guide to the best way to level endurance in Escape from Tarkov. We will address the most optimal ways of leveling with the specific numbers on how far you need to run and all kinds of things like that. All of this designed to help you optimize the way you level endurance and help you get to those elite skill perks as fast as possible. Hi, I'm Solaris and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video here on the Solaris Gaming channel. If you've been watching the channel and have not yet subscribed, it would be greatly appreciated if you would subscribe and help us get these videos out to more people. This will be part of our optimizing skill leveling series, which is part of our larger series called Thriving in Tarkov for more experienced players. The goal of this series is to ensure that more experienced players are still able to improve their experience in their time in Tarkov. The largest benefit with leveling your endurance all the way to the max level of 51 is the elite perks that come along with it. In Escape from Tarkov, elite endurance does a few things. Primarily, it greatly increases the stamina pool which you have to allow you to complete different actions. Secondarily, it also makes your holding breath option completely independent of your stamina. So your stamina does not drain faster while holding breath. You just have an independent action that is holding your breath that actually just drains at its own rate. This skill is leveled very similarly to strength. However, it is even more simple than strength. Endurance is leveled by moving, except instead of being overweight, you are required to be underweight to level your endurance. Primarily, the way people level their endurance is by moving or running around the map while underweight. This is most of the time completed at the beginning of somebody's raid as they're just spawning in and moving to their first point of interest. Most of the time, this will be where you gain the majority of your endurance experience in a raid. While this is a great way to level your endurance, understanding in-depth parts of the leveling process can help you optimize this even further. Understanding the distances at which you stop getting the boosted XP and at which point you start getting diminished XP are important for knowing when it's time to either try to switch to another skill leveling like strength or like search, attention, anything like that, and when it's time to sprint again and get as much XP as you possibly can. Just like strength, because endurance is a physical skill, you'll want to ensure that at all times possible you have that air filter running in your hideout. You get about 18 hours on each of these filters, so ensuring that you always have one running isn't too difficult. Because endurance is leveled by traveling while underweight, it's very important for us to understand how far you should run or walk while underweight in order to get the most amount of experience before you start picking up items and trying to level strength instead. The first thing to note in relation to improving your endurance skill as quickly as possible is to purchase an SJ6 in any raid that you expect to be sprinting in at a large quantity. Map examples for this would be places like Shoreline, Interchange, and Woods, for example. If you need more information on the different stems in Escape from Tarkov to understand what they are, check out our video here on every stem in Tarkov. In terms of distance running, you'll want to run approximately 200 meters without being overweight. This is not including any walking at all. This will gain you about 5 experience points on your endurance skill, assuming you are not running an air filter. At this point, you will reach approximately 20% of your total experience gain of what you would get without boosted XP. At this point, diminishing returns become nearly worthless in terms of leveling up optimally. Once you have reached this point, you may choose to level up a little bit more, but it's not going to be worth it as your experience is at a much lower rate. I personally recommend switching to leveling strength at this point if possible. If you're running an air filter, your distance is the same. You're going to run around 200 meters while underweight and not including walking. This will gain you about 7 experience points on your endurance skill while running the air filter. With a higher hideout management level, you can get a little bit more out of this, but at most levels, people are getting around 40%, so 7 XP is where you should be sitting. If you're only gaining the expected 5 XP at the start of your raid and spend the rest of your raid leveling strength, it will take you around 950 raids to actually reach your XP goals. However, with the vast amounts of different requirements for quests and things like that, if you're running your quests and are trying to level your skills while running quests, you should be getting a little bit over that 5 XP as you won't always be overweight as soon as you hit that 5 XP. So assuming that you're getting a reasonable amount of XP from raids like that, it should take you around 600 raids to complete getting to that level 51 elite skill. This may seem like a major difference for just a little bit of extra experience, but even one extra skill point in a raid significantly decreases the amount of raids required, because you're talking about if you're getting one extra skill point a raid, it takes you 5 raids, and you're actually taking a raid off every 5 raids. Now, if we calculate the use of the air filter into this, we would expect to gain around 7 XP, probably closer to around 10 when you're getting that extra experience as well that you should be getting if you're not always overweight as soon as you hit the 7. This will only require you to complete about 450 to 500 raids, and the biggest difference here is that you have to take into account that you won't be using your air filter for at least your first 10 to 15 levels of endurance. Optimizing endurance will greatly improve your experience and your abilities throughout your time in Tarkov, and hopefully this video will help you reach those elite skill perks much faster. For new players, check out our Lost in Tarkov playlist, and for more experienced players, check out our Thriving in Tarkov playlist available as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel so that we can get more videos like this out to you and so that you'll be notified when they are available. For early access to our videos, check us out on Patreon. If you liked the video, comment down below and hit the like button and let us know what you thought. And with all that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.